Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know. Deuce and Mo.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the pod, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo.
We are live! Welcome everyone hanging out with us on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter Spaces as well, because we will be talking to the people throughout as we start a little special edition of Night Chat. How is everybody doing tonight? After Keegan. Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Morgan.
Hi.
I'm rooting for y'all.
Let's go, Kyle.
Is it just me, or honestly has the Summer League been pretty entertaining from a Sacramento perspective? I know they lost tonight, but
From a Sacramento perspective, absolutely entertaining. And are we fans of the team? Yes. But I do believe the national perception of Keegan Murray and what he's been able to add has been exciting for everyone, right?
yes. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because right when we go live here, you could probably hear dogs in the background
let 'em
wrestling
be.
around. I'm going to have to give them the boot before we start the podcast. Appreciate everyone joining us here tonight. The biggest thing you can do if you're watching us on Twitch and on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, please. That helps our channel grow. That's all it does, is help our channel grow. And if you're watching us on Twitch, hit the follow button. That helps us grow there too. So appreciate everyone being here, especially coming off a Summer League game. And this is, I think, what makes Sacramento so different is people in Sacramento do care about the Summer League, probably because the Kings fans are used to having a high lottery pick that will be participating. But I think there's a lot to be excited about.
I agree. And that's something that we were talking about on our watch party, was just like, hey, you know what? During the King season, throughout the years, there's been a lot of shit times.
Yeah.
So, like, even when you get to be excited about some good basketball or an exciting young player, get excited. Screw the haters. Get excited. But the only thing that I promise I will always do is be realistic when I talk about certain things. Deuce, we'll do a little bit of both.
Okay. Well, let's start the podcast. Just so you guys know, tonight we'll hang out. We'll talk about what we saw from Keegan, what we've seen from him here in the Vegas Summer League. Hopefully, we'll talk to some people on Twitter Spaces who want to jump in and request a talk. We'll talk with you. Probably hit a couple of items around the NBA too. And at the very end of the stream, we'll be giving out 3 top shot moments.
Hell yeah.
We'll be opening up a pack and doing a little top shot moments. How are we going to give those out?
Oh, well, last time we had a fun way. We could always do that again.
Yeah, we can always do that again.
Thank you.
All right. Deuce and Mo podcast coming down in 3, 2, 1. Hit my music.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.
Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast presented by NBA Top Shot. I'm Deuce Mason. That's Morgan Reagan. We are live recording this after a Kings Summer League loss. But who cares about that?
Oh.
Morgan Reagan, I got to check myself. Maybe you in the chat can check me a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Because I asked the question in the chat before the show, where do we put the statue of Keegan Murray? Do you do it outside Golden One Center?
Jesus.
Do you do it near Shady Lady in Midtown? Or, I don't know, in the Deuce and Mo podcast studios?
How do you always come up with these weird polls? How?
I don't know.
Always.
47% of the people right now say Deuce and Mo studio
Oh,
for the
okay.
Keegan Murray statue.
No. Not in this small room. Sorry, guys. I mean, this is a huge room.
Yeah, what do you mean? It's giants. I mean, it goes back. It's massive. I appreciate everyone hanging out with us on the YouTube and Twitch streams and all those listening to the audio later. Appreciate everybody. Kings just wrapped up a Summer League game in Las Vegas. They lose to Oklahoma City 86-80, and that means they're not going to be back-to-back Summer League champions. So that's kind of rough, huh?
It just feels like the worst way to start the year, huh?
The championship window has officially closed for the Sacramento
It's closed.
Kings.
It's
in
done.
The Las Vegas Summer League. Morgan, we have a lot to go over on tonight's show. We're going to talk about what we just witnessed with Keegan taking on Chet, big picture stuff with the Sacramento Kings, and some stuff around the league. And we will take some Discord. We can do Discord, but also Twitter Spaces calls tonight.
Hell yeah.
All right, Morgan Reagan, Keegan Murray, 29 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, 9 of 17 shooting, 9 of 11 from the free throw line. What jumped out to you about Keegan in this game tonight, or just in general?
In general, he is so active and composed. Now, his ability to get anywhere on the floor that he wants to get on the offensive end while staying active and deflecting passes and digging at the ball on the defensive end. It's everything, you guys. It's a little bit of everything, and you're allowed to be excited by this play. Why? Because it's also been consistent throughout the California Classic and now the Vegas Summer League, and it's not only us saying this, and I love saying that because I get it. Sacramento Kings fans over the years, you can get excited when you see a young player and what they can actually bring to a team, especially in Summer League. It's just Summer League, I get it. But even the national perspective is seeing what we're seeing.
I know in our last podcast, we kind of covered a lot of what we heard from people throughout the NBA, whether it's players, execs, coaches, media. I've just been really impressed with him. You know, he has really had one bad game, and that was the second game in the California Classic. And besides that, he's been pretty steady. He got off to a much quicker start in this game tonight. And I just loved how he plays. It seems like he is totally composed, and more times than not, he's making the right play.
Yes.
The shot looks pretty nice. He wasn't super efficient from 3 tonight, just 2 of 7. He was short on some shots, but I just feel like he makes the right decisions. There was one play in the fourth quarter where he could have pushed it and attacked and maybe forced it, pulled it back out, moved the ball around. It ends up in Keita's hands, who draws a double team, drop off pass to a cutter for the score. And it was just beautiful basketball. And it started with Keegan's patience. I thought his defense was pretty solid tonight. Very active, of course, with the steals, couple of nice pokeaways. He scored driving to the basket. He's strong with the left. He's strong with the right. I am way excited about him, to be honest. And I'm trying to and look, no, and Morgan, I could be way excited with him, but also like temper my expectations and not suggest that he's going to tear up the NBA landscape next year as a rookie. But when I take a step back, and you could say thank you, but what I'm saying is what I've seen from him in the Summer League, and I don't care if it's just Summer League, he's playing really good basketball. He plays smart basketball. Playing with better players around him, he's going to look really good next year, and I think he's going to have a huge impact on the Kings.
And that's the other thing too, you guys. And I mentioned this again in our watch party. You look at the league, and 90% of the league are role players, right? Like that's how it's just a different way of looking at the league. And I think sometimes, especially when you are in a city that has lost for 16 seasons straight, you're always looking for that savior. And sometimes it's not about that one individual being that savior. It's about that puzzle piece, completing a puzzle, right? And you look at how this roster is being constructed over the summer, and then you draft a young, nice piece, a solid piece that looks like he will actually be able to play at the NBA level next season. It's exciting. And I get it. It's summer league basketball. So it's like, what is he going to do when he's against bigger guys and all these other things? You can tell by his basketball IQ and his instincts, he's going to understand how to play at a higher level. You know, what does his offensive game look like at that level? We don't know exactly what that means for him yet. But what you saw from tonight's game is that he still understands so many things on a high level, not only with the way that he was going to the basket and going to the rim with authority at times, but even his understanding of, hey, I can't get all the way to the rim. Okay, I'm going to shoot this just nice little bunny off the glass. Like,
oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And even some of the foul draws, he went right into Chet's chest at one point, drawing the foul. Even his 3-point shots, really, he was, like I said, only 2 of 7 tonight, but he doesn't need much space at all to get that shot off, and it looks good. I'm just beyond encouraged what I've seen, and honestly, I'm not trying to act as if like this is automatically meaning, hey, they killed it with this draft pick, but he looks like he's going to be a really good player in this league. And so many people have talked about his ceiling, and, I even mentioned that during the process. Like, okay, what is his ceiling? Like, how good can he be? And I think that conversation is probably just unfair when you look at someone who is seemingly as intelligent as he is on the floor, who studies as much as he does, who will say, hey, after a game, the first thing I'm doing is I'm seeing what I did wrong and I want to get better at it. He wants to be great. And I think you've seen it with some of the picks that McNair's had in the first round, whether it's Halliburton to Mitchell to Keegan. He definitely has a type. Yeah. A guy who, guys who want to work hard, who like playing, high
different
IQ
mentality,
guys. And I think the Kings got a really good player at 4. And I think they are so lucky that they were able to move up to 4. And I think it's also a lesson where I got to be honest, and I know it's only social media sometimes, and you have to be careful with the social media bubble, but some of the reaction, leading up to the draft and even on draft night about the pick, I thought was over the top. And
but isn't it usually always?
But I'm saying everyone should be better, because it's not like Keegan Murray was a nobody in college. Mm-hmm. Okay, this guy was one of the best players in college basketball last season. He's got good size. He could shoot it. He's smart. It wasn't a ridiculous pick, especially once we learned that other teams like Indiana, they wanted to move up to 4 to get him. That San Antonio wanted to move up to 4 to get him. And I felt like a lot of the conversation on draft night and the response after is, the Kings passed up on Jaden Ivey. They're such idiots, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, look, Jaden Ivey could turn out to be a great player.
Time could still tell certain things, you guys.
I just think Keegan is going to be more impactful right away than probably many of these rookies. And the other one we saw tonight, Chet, we have seen flashes of brilliance from Chet Holmgren, and I still think he's going to be a very good player in this league. It may take him a bit, and that's okay too. Keegan, I think, is ready to go day one. And playing with Sabonis, playing with Fox, some of the playmakers, the shooting around this team with Herter and with Malik Monk, I think he has a chance to be a really fun year.
And that's it too. And you mentioned that already, I think twice, is, playing with NBA talent around you. Guys that also have high IQs and understand how to play the game at that level. What is that going to be like when Keegan's playing with them, right? Like, is he going to understand, especially on those missed threes that he had tonight, like where his footing needs to be? I think at times it really was his legs, whether they were tired legs or he just wasn't getting all of his power from his base. It was sometimes the way that he was coming into a shot. Okay, work on those things. Maybe it's a better pass from someone, whatever it is. But not only his ability on the offensive end will change being around other NBA players next season, but also you look at him on the defensive end, just the way that he was poking away at the ball, the way that he was going in for a rebound, but tipping that shit out to make sure that one of his guys were going to get it for a second chance opportunity.
Does that a lot, by the way.
He does it so much, you guys. And because we've seen it happen so many times and consistently, that's the type of player you need on the floor. That's just always active, always working, always engaged with the game.
And I think when he had to deal with Chet on him, he did some nice things offensively.
Yeah.
On Chet. And Chet, with his length and his ability to block shots is not easy to deal with at times. And I thought he did a great job with him. Speaking of Chet Holmgren, Sean Cunningham just posted a video of Chet talking about Keegan Murray after the game. Let's hear that audio in just a second. Once I make sure to unmute it, and I do this every time. Here is Chet Holmgren after the Thunder win over Sacramento.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? What'd you make of just that matchup with Keegan there? It's the first time you had gone up against him.
Oh yeah, good matchup. Obviously, great player. And, it was a lot of fun to go up against him.
Chet, they applied some pressure there down the stretch. Just what was it like for you guys to be in that, and what did it take there down the stretch to make sure you guys got it?
No, it's great. It's definitely a learning experience. We didn't have an extensive training camp or anything, so it's hard to go over late game situations and stuff. So we're basically practicing as we go out there, and we're fortunate to come out with the win.
Okay, so Chet didn't really say much in that. So
Yeah.
that was a risk when you just play those things. You just don't know what it's going to be like.
Cool, Sean. Get a better soundbite, bud.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean.
God.
Thanks, Sean Cunningham, for that.
Freaking loser. I love Sean.
Mark Spears said something on the Hoop Collective podcast the other day where he was doing a show with Brian Windhorst, and the quote was, "I've had some scouts tell me they thought Keegan was the number 2 player in the draft." Windhorst added that while the Kings received offers to trade the 4th overall pick, they preferred to draft Murray. And, early returns on the decision to draft Murray, he's been by far one of the best players in Summer League. And, the next guy you think about is Banchero, who ends up playing 2 games, and they decide to shut him down. Keegan has been that guy, and we have seen it in late game situations. We saw it again tonight. I'm really excited about him. I think the Kings did a great job by picking him, and he is showing it in Las Vegas.
It's not ridiculous to be excited to. I think sometimes people in the Sacramento Kings community, I get it. We've been burned time after time. Again, I get it. But it's the eye test. Trust what your eyes are seeing with this young player, right? Like, he understands the game at a different level. And not only that, if you also heard all of his interviews leading up to just the draft, the way that he breaks down guys and does his homework. And I just trust that his basketball IQ will help this team at a different level as well. There's a few times he had, backdoor cut, moving without the ball. Now just plug in a Sabonis, and what is that going to do for your squad, right? When one player starts going on the offensive end and moving around, it really is contagious. And it's like, oh yeah, let's all get moving, right? Let's all try and play this type of game. And I'm hoping that is what he's going to also bring to this team.
I think it's just a really good fit because he's not a player that I think needs the ball in his hands to be effective. He's going to move without the ball, like you said. He's going to back cut you. He's going to make sure to get open. He's not going to force things. If he's open, he's comfortable shooting it, but he's also not comfortable. He's very comfortable moving the ball around too. I'm way too excited about this now. No, I'm not going to hold back because Morgan, we watch enough basketball to know, and that's the thing with Summer League. You don't need to go crazy. I'm not sitting here and go, hey, Keegan Murray is going to be an all-star. Okay. But what I can tell you right now, just by watching him play in Summer League, he'll be in the Rookie of the Year conversation because he's ready to go. No, he is. And what? You're looking at me funny.
I don't know. I feel like...
But Morgan, you sit on the fence all the time. We don't have to do this.
Whoa,
it's fine.
whoa,
this is typical Morgan. You just slobbered all over his game, and then you're not going to act as if he's not going to be in the Rookie of the Year conversation. He probably is.
I think putting those expectations on so early, that's where I have a hard time with, because I go, look, Jabari Smith Jr. is probably not going to play like this in the regular season, but we don't know right now, right? We just don't know. Chet, another guy that we saw when Josh Giddey was out there, when he has better players around him, how is he going to play more, on a consistent level? Paolo, that's a guy right there you and I saw up close and personal, and it's like that body, the way he plays on both ends of the floor.
Yeah,
he's ready. He's ready to go. I'm just saying it's hard for me to just say that with so much excitement, but I don't want to take that away from you. So I am happy for you.
Okay. I mean, come on.
Oh my God. Is anyone else on Deuce's level too? Let us know in the chat.
Someone in the chat said, well, I mean, he's a top 5 pick, so he should be in the conversation.
Okay.
And, I mean, that's fair too.
Totally fair.
But I just think, when you watch him, you don't really doubt that he can at least be effective next year.
Absolutely. No doubt about that.
I don't have any wild notion that he's going to, score 20 a game, but if he does score 20 in a game, I'm not surprised, because he has the ability to do the one underrated skill set of his that I think needs to be talked about more. You mentioned with rebounding, sometimes he just tips the ball out. He's very effective, which, as someone mentioned in our watch party, gives you a little PTSD, I think, of Robert Horry tipping the ball out in game 4 in 2002. He does a great job at that. But when you do have a player that is so comfortable finishing left and right, and not just he can lay it in.
It's good.
It's strong. He's strong both left and right, and that's really important to have. It's a great weapon to have.
All these points are so fair, and that's why I don't I see everyone else in the chat too. There's other people definitely on your level, and I can understand that, and I appreciate the excitement too. And it's like we were talking about, what we're seeing from him, you're allowed to be excited about, because you are seeing some good basketball from this rookie. I think some people might be like, yeah, he's an older rookie. Great. It's obviously beneficial to his game. I'll take it.
I think the other thing that is really been apparent just watching him during the stretch in Summer League is just poise, his demeanor.
Yeah. He's just composed,
He's
there,
good.
even keeled. I dig it on so many different levels, because he still has that fiery side as well.
Make sure if you want to chat in the Twitter space to request. I was just about to go there and Cameron dropped off, but I appreciate everyone watching us live right now on YouTube and Twitch. If you're in the YouTube chat, you do me a huge favor right now. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. All that does is help our channel grow. Make sure to subscribe too. That helps a lot. So make sure to do both of those things. We should be at a 200 thumbs up by now. So please just hit that thumbs up button. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button too. What, Morgan?
I just love when you put the expectation on what the number of thumbs up should be around.
I'm just going by based on viewership, what it should be.
I agree, though. Appreciate it. Algorithms, baby.
I'm curious too, from the people watching us live right now, if maybe your opinion has changed based on what you have seen from Keegan in Summer League, because, you know, some people may have had different expectations or different thoughts about what he could be as a player. Like what have people seen from him in the Summer League?
Yeah, and I do want to keep on talking about Keegan Murray because we are on this train right now.
Yeah.
But I also just want to mention Keon Ellis really quick too, because I think watching him play in the Summer League lately has been fun, seeing his ability to hit that three.
Sure.
At times too, like his, you know, toward the end of the game when they're trying to get shots up, his shot selection here and there is sometimes different. He had a bank three in that Orlando game, but it's going to be fun to see him grow and develop.
Yeah, he hit a few threes tonight, a couple of corner ones. He also hit one from the top, so that was encouraging to see. Let's kick things off tonight and check in with Nate. Nate, welcome in to Night Chat with Deuce and Mo. Unmute yourself and let's chat, man.
Yo, what's up, Deuce? What's up, Mo?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Nah, man, you know, I was kind of one of those that was upset that we didn't get Jaden Ivey. You know, Jaden Ivey just has that Ja Morant one-on-one ISO look, but, you know, we don't need that anymore, and I definitely think Keegan's going to be a savior. You know, he's so steady. He's like a freaking ninja on the court. You think he's done, and then all these stats just pop up at the end of the game. And I think it's going to be great to see what he's like when he plays against NBA talent, you know, true NBA like starters, and with them as well. So,
yeah,
you know, you take the good and the bad.
Yeah, and Nate, of course, like any young player, there's going to be ups and downs. He's got to work on his handle. I would also say that tonight he showed some things with the handle, driving to the basket that I haven't totally seen from him. And little shiftiness from the big fella too. So I look at him and I am just eager to see what it looks like come October. I think the worst part is that this shit's ending soon. You know, Summer League's almost over. We got to wait till October to see how this all comes together.
Hey, and Mo, you could say conversation at the end of the season, Rookie of the Year. I'm with Deuce. Conversation?
Yeah.
Come on.
I know, and I get it. I'm going to keep sitting on the fence until I feel confident in just saying that. And again, that's just going off of what I see from the other rookies, right? But it's fair enough right now. If you were to talk and have that conversation today at an NBA Summer League, absolutely, you would put Keegan Murray in that conversation. You like that?
Thank you. Yes, we like that. Any other thoughts, Nate?
Yeah. Nah, that's it. I'm just curious if Mo gambles when she goes to Vegas.
Never. Are you kidding me? I would never want to lose $1.
Nate, I could say this. I did not gamble at all either. I'm not into gambling. So no, I walked around the casino, but did not gamble.
All right. Well, good for y'all. Good. Save your money.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you. If you guys want to hop in Discord, I'll drop the link in the YouTube chat, but also you can hop on Twitter Spaces, request to chat. We can talk about big picture stuff with the Sacramento Kings, kind of what we've seen from Keegan, off-season stuff. Let's have some fun.
He's like, Mo is not a gambler.
Harrison Starr in the YouTube chat says, Iowa fan here. Keegan's shot looks so much quicker than it was in college and is coming off different angles than what we saw in college.
Interesting.
Shot looks pretty, man.
Yeah, his shot does look good. And like we said, you know, there's been a few games here where we're seeing a lot of those deep threes he's missing. It's just coming from like his base, right? Just using more legs, getting his feet under him. There's been times where he's coming off screens and the way he's stepping into his shot is just perfect footwork. So I'm sure he's going to continue to grow that. But another thing that you mentioned when Nate was on the phone with us was just a little bit about his ball handling and the way that he was dribbling a little bit more with authority tonight, shiftiness with his crossover, a lot more confidence in it, like going to the rim with a reason, not just trying to get into the paint and be like, what can I do now?
I think the other thing specifically tonight, it was a matchup against Chet, and he had to defend him at times, and I thought he did a good job on Chet,
totally.
too. He did a really good job staying with Chet, and Chet is such a long player, and, I mean, Chet one fabulous pass where Keegan was on him, and he was able to somehow get it to the corner as a great feed, and, you see that potential with Chet, but I thought he did a good job with that defensive assignment.
Yeah, he did. Oh, that's the other thing that I know we keep talking about the way that he's active and he digs at the ball, gets his hands in passing lanes, but his ability to slide and his lateral movement with some of these guys on the outside. Even when it was Chet that was out there, it didn't matter if it was Chet or if he switched on to somebody else. I really enjoyed seeing the way that he could move left to right, because all I'm thinking is like, look, sure, we see him as a 4-3, if anything, but those moments that he ever maybe is switching on a 3 or playing a 3, it just gave me confidence in his ability to even be able to play that position.
Okay. Let's go next to Discord. Check in with Loyal Sac Kings fan. What's up, Loyal Sac Kings fan? Welcome in tonight, chat. What is up, Loyal Sac Kings fan? Are you there?
You just have to unmute yourself. Never know what you're gonna get.
No, we'll put him back. Oh, is he there? Loyal Sac Kings fan, are you there? Going once. He unmuted himself.
Yep. Too bad.
We'll check back. We'll put you back in the waiting room. All right, let's go next and check in with, Praneel is here. Praneel, our 16-year-old future NBA general manager, is here. What is up, Praneel? Uh-oh. We're not hearing Praneel either. Is this on our end, Morgan Reagan?
I mean, that's on you and your audio settings.
Okay, do not blame me because my mic is going through.
I don't like it one bit.
Praneel says, give me a second. I'll fix it.
Okay. Leave Praneel up and then
we'll leave him up while we wait. Let's go back to Twitter Spaces. Check in with Rhino. Rhino, what is up, dude? How are you?
Deuce, Mo, what's happening?
Oh, man. Just, enjoying the fact that we have just a couple of more, or potentially just one more Summer League game left. Just trying to soak it all in, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the weather's real nice out there, right?
We are back from that. We spent 3 days there. We are back in Sacramento now. So, yeah, it was really hot there, but I spent probably a combined 7 minutes outside. I mean, I'm pretty much inside a hotel or
a gym.
And the only time I spent outside was waiting for my lift to take me and Morgan to Thomas and Mack.
Deuce, what are you doing in the gym? Are you weightlifting? It's got to be cardio.
A couple of things. I was talking about the gym, like
the
Thomas and Mack, like where the games are played.
Okay.
But what I do in the gym, I lift, okay? But look, I'm trying to get back in shape. Why are you trying to body shame me right now? This is not about me. This is about the Kings. This is about Keegan Murray. Let's talk about it.
All right, let's talk about Keegan. I got a couple things for you. The first is when you look at Keegan, and it's too small of a sample size right now, I'm very encouraged with him. I think he's the perfect fit for what we need, or at least to try to break into the playoffs for the first time in 16 years. But do you see him, based off of what you've seen, more as a Kyle Kuzma, or do you see like a Jason Tatum ceiling possibly?
Well, I mean, that's very extreme there. I'm not going to go as far as Jason Tatum, but I definitely think better than Kuzma, in my opinion. I think he's such a high IQ guy, and I think he has a chance to be a really good team defender. His shooting is smooth. Again, can finish with both hands. He does everything pretty damn good out there.
I think his feel for the game is what it's just like on a high level for a rookie, and that's what excites me about him. So it's hard to just have all these NBA comps right now in his rookie year, because look, you're already seeing so many good things from this guy. Imagine not only what it's going to be like when he's playing with and against NBA talent, but then also the growth and the improvements we might be able to see in season and then from year to year.
No doubt, Mo. I completely agree with you. I mean, most of the guys that are out there, don't get me wrong, you're in the top 2-3% if you're even playing in the summer league out of basketball players in the world. But most of them are going to be either out of the league or in the G League, minus the, draft picks and, maybe one or two free agents. But I think that he is a very good fit for us from what we can see so far. But I guess the question that I would also ask that doesn't necessarily revolve around Keegan, but who do you see as the leader of this Kings team, realistically?
I mean, are you talking about like vocal leader, or are you talking about just like lead by example? Because I mean, I think that's just separate. I think Sabonis can be kind of that vocal guy.
And lead by example. I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, Davion's definitely a lead by example guy. You don't. To your point, there's no like Draymond Green personality on this roster at this point in time. I actually think Malik Monk can be that kind of vocal guy, galvanizing. He chirps a lot. He talks a lot of shit. He has some fun with the opponent. So maybe him. I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah, the one that I would say that leads by example is Harrison Barnes. Everything I've heard,
yeah, that's fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of flip the script a little bit and get away from Keegan. Do you see any scenario where the Kings may make a play for Mitchell in Utah?
Oh, flipping the script.
Well, I heard one Western Conference exec over the weekend, and this is kind of, I think his view of it is how like every team views a situation. When someone like Donovan Mitchell is available, you're gonna pick up the phone and call Danny Ainge and just talk and as far as making a play for him, I'm gonna say no. I don't think they make a play. Could they get involved maybe as a third team or something like that potentially? Yes. I think that's definitely a possibility, but I don't see it. I don't see them making a run at Donovan Mitchell.
Well, him and Fox have the exact same contract.
Yeah, I mean, but again, let me ask you this though: if you're Danny Ainge and you're moving off of him, I'm guessing you're probably thinking that you want to kind of do a teardown. Adding De'Aaron Fox's contract is not doing that. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Well, it's not. Yeah, you're right. I agree. I think it's going into the way that he did it in Boston, the full rebuild, build your draft picks up. I mean, the whole reason this Durant stuff is so interesting is because of what Gobert got, or what the Jazz got for Gobert. I mean, if Gobert demands 4 first-round picks and the players exchange, that's nuts.
Well,
it
is. It's nuts, but it's also, too, you have to look at it like new ownership there, getting excited, doing something a little bit wild. I feel like you see that with a lot of organizations that
Minnesota definitely did that.
Yeah, and so I'm not blaming it all on that, but you're right. It definitely does change the way that people look at the landscape and look at everything. I think you even look at the way that this team in Minnesota wants to go with these 2 bigs and Cat and Rudy Gobert. Like, when it seemed like there's so many times where the league wants to go positionless, and Rudy Gobert can't even come out at time and was a liability at times deep in the playoffs. So it's interesting strategy, and they're putting everything in it like it's going to work.
Appreciate Rhino for checking in. Someone in the chat mentioned this is a good point. Subculture says, just based on his YouTube series, Davion is vocal as hell on the court. And I think he's made that, we had him on our podcast. He was on for an hour. I thought it was like outstanding. He was great. And he's made this comment at a media appearance during Summer League training camp before the California Classic. And he's saying like wants to be more vocal. Mm-hmm. So maybe he's that guy too. And you're in your second year now.
That's it.
You got a better understanding of the league. You've got to kind of feel for some of the guys in the locker room. Definitely he can.
And it's a different feel in the locker room, right? No offense to these guys, but it's just what it is. Without Buddy Hield, without Marvin Bagley, who obviously there were so many different things going on there. Like that bubble that was around them. Like,
why you bringing up old shit?
I know. Like, are they going to be here? And what they really want to accomplish on that team, that's not there. This is a fresh start for so many people, for a new coach, a new coaching staff and everything. So I don't know. There's just like, people can change the way that they go about leading going into this season as well.
Let's check in with Praneel. Praneel, what's up, my man? How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good to hear your voice.
Hi, Praneel.
Yeah. I mean, I got new headphones, so I was trying to figure out how those were working, and Didn't work at first, but I got it fixed.
All good, man. Okay, so you are our 16-year-old NBA draft guru, but you're also a future NBA general manager. Give us your thoughts on kind of what you saw from Keegan tonight and in the summer league.
I actually first I want to talk about Chet because
whoa. Okay, I guess
I think
whatever you say.
Keegan, every single person I think in chat, in the YouTube chat, in the Discord chat, whatever, was looking at Keegan Murray. We all know how he played. He was amazing. I mean, the shot making was there, but I feel like Chet Holmgren did a lot of things that I really liked from him. And like, I mean, there's gonna be people on Twitter and like in the chat, and I mean, Drew Mack just sent like the Skip Bayless tweet talking about how he's passive and everything, where I thought Chet Holmgren played awesome. And I mean, he affected so many shots inside. I mean, Neemias Queta, who was a force for us the entirety of the Summer League, had like 0 points, which is something that Chet Holmgren basically forced. And I thought, I mean, he was a force in the paint. He generated steals, and he was really good playmaking. This is something that I really liked from him coming out of college, was his playmaking ability. And he really looked good as a playmaker. And I mean, he didn't shoot the ball much, but I don't think he really needed to. Jalen Williams' shot was falling. Ousmane Dieng's shot was falling for the first time in the Summer League. So he just kind of let the other guys play while doing an incredible job defensively. So, I mean,
Praneel,
I think Chet Holmgren, yeah.
With all due respect, Deuce Mason running point guard, I call out a play. The play was, hey, I'm going to set you up to talk about Keegan Murray's Summer League, his performance.
Yeah.
I pass him the ball, and he just went ISO and to talk about Chet.
And not only did he go ISO, he said, look, stupid, I'm the rookie here. I'm the rookie of the year. No, Praneel is saying this.
Right.
I'm the rookie of the year, and I'm going to go with Chet. So F off.
But the people like Praneel, and I just want to get his thoughts on Keegan. You got to put it out there.
But wait, before you give your thoughts on Keegan, I really do appreciate your thoughts on Chet, and especially everything that he just is on the floor at times with those long arms. Now proceed, please, with Keegan Murray.
All right, so Keegan Murray. One thing that I thought he did today, which was way better than the other days, was dribbling the basketball. And I mean, he was creating some shots. I mean, he was creating off of closeouts. I think there was this one play on like the right baseline where he got the ball and then he was able to pump fake, create, and then he was able to get in the paint, pump fake, and then get a dunk. It was perfect. It was fantastic. And there were some plays where he tried doing like a step back move, but he wasn't able to create that. He's not great at space creation, but I mean, there's these moments where I'm like, oh my God, I did not expect that. Like that Pacers game where he had that like dribble step back over, I think it was, I forget, but that was beautiful. And
It
I'm
was
like,
nasty.
if he can hit that consistently, the ceiling blows up. I was talking about this on Twitter and I think with you guys after the draft, after the Keegan pick, where I'm like, if he can create his own shot, create space, the ceiling blows up. He can become like an all-star caliber plus type of player. And like, I mean, I saw these flashes in Summer League. Obviously, the shot making is there. I'm looking at his stats right now. He was apparently 9 of 17. That's, I think, 55%, 2% from 3, and he was 66% true shooting, which is really, really efficient to score 29 points and have a 66% true shooting is amazing. And, I mean, what I want to see more of him is, like, demand the ball more. Because, like, at times he's obviously letting the game come to him. And in that moment where, like, I guess he wasn't really on the court for a bit, but, like, in that second quarter where the game kind of got away from them, he didn't really demand the ball as much. I want him to demand the ball more. Because it's his team. You can't be letting Frankie take that last shot at the end. I wanted him to get that ball. I wanted him to shoot that. Obviously, it's not his choice for, like, Frankie's the point guard, so Frankie's going to shoot it. But, man, Keegan's got to shoot that last shot. And one more thing that I want to see more is, I guess I want him to move his feet. Like, I want him to try to cut off the defender defensively. Because, like, there's one thing that he's had an issue with is people just kind of drive by him. And I think this happened, I remember, like, a play in the third quarter where, like, Ousmane Dieng was able to get right by him and he's able to turn the corner on him. If Keegan can move his feet, cut off Ousmane there, that's great defense. And that's perfect. And that's kind of what I'm looking for him.
He had one play where he came out and tried to gamble a little bit for a steal and got beat too.
Yeah. And I totally hear you on that, because when we're obviously too nitpicking at his defense and seeing what could be better, and I thought he still surprised me the way that he could move laterally, because I just wasn't expecting that. And I just see with more and more practice with these NBA guys, this Sacramento Kings roster, like that could ultimately get better. And not only that, having a defensive minded coach like Mike Brown kind of teaching him the right way to get that step and see from jersey, show your jersey,
Right.
get in front of that guy. I think that's something that can absolutely happen, especially with he has a high IQ.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I really like is that he was pretty much guarded by, I think it was Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren for most of the game, and he was still able to put up big numbers, which is really exciting. Because in the NBA, I don't really think that he's going to be the defense's primary focus. Meaning, I think that he can consistently put up maybe 18, 19 points per game if he's continuing with this. If he's gonna get the ball at the 3 ball and be able to create for himself like that. Because from what I'm seeing here, he looks a lot more advanced off the dribble, off of closeouts than I was expecting. Because he's attacking closeouts with ferocity. He's able to get in the paint, get 2 feet in the paint, and he's able to I think there was that one play at the end of the game where he almost hit that fading step back 1-legged shot, and if he made it, that would have been awesome. But
yeah, I felt like he was
those stuff out.
I feel like a couple of days off helped him too. He looked fresh. He looked like he was moving better too. I mean, you play 5 games in 9 days before 2 days off, you'll be a little tired. And I felt like he looked fresh. I mean, he was moving well out there tonight. Yeah, I was.
Because the indie game, he started off kind of slow. This game, he was off to the races. He had 7 of the first 9. He was awesome to start the game.
Praneel, you are the best, man. We appreciate you checking in as always.
Yeah, I got some homework to do, so thank you for letting me on. I'm going to go finish that up. See ya.
Right. Hell yeah.
Bye, Praneel.
Praneel, I'm not kidding you. We were at dinner with some friends in Vegas, and I was like, guys, I'm telling you, we have the next Mike Schmitz.
Hell yeah. In
It's
Sacramento.
Praneel. And then we do have an appearance tonight.
From who?
It's just summer league guy.
Woo! What is it?
From Jax. I'd love you, Praneel, but 25 points against overseas and 4-year college scrubs doesn't mean anything. I'm personally not a fan of overreacting to Summer League.
Jax.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I miss something where Chet Holmgren played overseas and he's 29? Did I miss something with Jalen Williams and he played 8 years in college? What? No one's overreacting. People are just talking about what they're seeing. This is the only thing we get to see. I think people are excited about what they have seen. It's not to suggest that this guy's going to all of a sudden score 27 a game come opening night for Sacramento. But when you see a guy his size doing some of the things he can do out there already, smart player, can shoot it, who could really score at all 3 levels, every Kings fan should be excited about his potential at the next level.
Everything's factored in.
Here's the reality. I'm going to tell you something. Someone like Jax, you know what he would do if Keegan,
Jax do?
if Keegan played like he did in the second game of the California Classic, if he was kind of sputtering, imagine, let's play this world. Let's go to Fantasyland for a second, where Keegan Murray was, scoring 6 points.
Okay.
Shooting numbers were down. Defense was bad. Everyone would be like, oh, what a bust. He sucks. So keep the same energy. Be consistent. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. There he is, Dave Deuce Mason. Getting wild.
I'm sorry, man.
Getting wild on this.
Let's give the guy some love. Let's not act like he's playing against a bunch of scrubs, Jax.
It's so funny, too, because whenever I do get excited on social media, there's always someone that says, something about it's just Summer League. No, we're not going to do the voice.
It's just Summer League.
And you guys, it's not like we're not factoring that in. We're factoring in the competition, everything, but you can still be excited about the basketball that is being played at this level of competition. Understanding it's at this level of competition.
Appreciate everyone joining us live right now.
Thank you so much.
Make sure to hit the thumbs up. Shout out to Praneel.
Just
another guy that I've been following on Twitter, because King's Film Room.
Yeah.
Our guy Drew.
Yeah.
He's posting some good shit out. There's a lot of good content out there right now.
Yeah, I appreciate
we gotta get Drew on the podcast.
Yeah,
so soon,
the deep dives, the people that are really breaking down some good basketball. Appreciate it.
Let's go next and check in with our guy Skip. Before you get unleashed, someone in the chat says Mo's eyebrows on point.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to take a look really quick. Thank you so much.
Hey, Skip, are you there, my man?
Skip. Oh,
There he is. Yes, I knew he was going to be there. Hey, Skip.
What's happening? How y'all doing?
Whoa, Skip, you sound like a robot right now.
Robot status. If you want, you can put me back in the night room and I can leave and come
You,
back in.
you know what it kind of sounds? It kind of actually sounds like you're like drunk, and I know you're not. It just the way it's distorted right now. Here, try it again.
What's up? What's up? Check.
Hell yeah! All right, Skip, I'll put you back, and we'll try to get you back in a second. Let's go next and check in with JVZ. What's up, JVZ? How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
ooh. You sound great.
Yes, I am. Deuce, I'm totally on your side here. I am like, where do we build the statue?
Okay, just to be clear, I'm joking about that part of it. But yes, I am excited.
I'm not. So,
why are you so excited?
I'm ready to tear the bunny down and put the Keegan statue there.
It's Piglet, man.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't have any trouble figuring out what it is when it's Keegan Murray there.
Okay. Either way, what makes you so damn excited about Keegan Murray?
So part of it is like I'm reacting a little bit to how everybody felt on draft night, and Deuce, like I totally agree. Like with what you said earlier, we have to be better. I think all collectively, because I think we all got caught up in like over a month span. We went from this being a 3-player draft to then this being a 4-player draft with Ivy being the 4th player, to all of a sudden after the pick, it's the Kings drafted the 5th player in a 4-player draft. How could they fuck this up?
Right.
This badly. And then now like a whole bunch of scouts coming out saying like, oh, we actually had Keegan at number 2, but they're kind of waiting till now to say that.
Of course. Yeah. The anonymous scouts going, I tell you, Mark J. Spears, I had him at 2. Yeah.
And so like there's everybody keeps talking about like ceiling and potential and all that. And I think that's just, I feel like that's just kind of horseshit that people say to cover like all the vague shit that they can't quantify.
Yeah.
Like skills are things that they can't measure. Anytime you try to ask somebody, okay, what makes somebody have a higher ceiling than another person? I feel like they can't really explain that to you. Like maybe somebody jumps higher or something, and that's really it. And like ultimately, like who are any of us to actually decide where somebody's ceiling is? That's like telling somebody that they peaked and or that they're going to peak at a certain point. And like I think that's more of like where somebody's ceiling is more dependent on the opportunity that they have, their work ethic, their intelligence, and their coaching. And like
so many
he's gonna have
factors.
an opportunity because he's going to start right away. And not only that, like we're not going to be asking him to do too much because you just need him to hit shots and cut to the basket, and then he'll fit perfectly with Fox and Sabonis doing those two things.
JVZ, really quick, because that's the coolest part so far that I love is like anytime there's a Kings rookie or even a new Kings player that comes on in, it's like they're asked to do so much. Like Buddy Hield is going to do some good things on a team where he can just be a spot up shooter, right? Like where he's not asked to do too much except be this spot up shooter, chuck up those threes.
Like if he was in LA with the Lakers.
Exactly. No, truly. And you just think about those situations for some of these guys, but in Sacramento, it's every guy is asked to do so much and to play so many different roles, where now you're seeing this roster being built where guys are establishing their roles. Okay, this is the big, that's also the passer. These guys are the guys that are going to shoot from the outside that you can depend on to keep everything spaced out nicely. Okay, Keegan Murray, what can you add as a young rookie in this league? We're seeing it right now in front of our faces while De'Aaron Fox, is expected to turn on the jets and make sure to get into the paint and find the open man. So it is cool that like Keegan Murray won't have all that pressure just leaning on him going into this season too.
Yeah, and like all the things that we're asking him to do, they're things he's already doing, and they're things that should be able to translate pretty well, because an open shot's an open shot, whether it's in summer league or in the regular season. All he has to do is hit it, and he's shown that he can do that. So unless he just forgets how to shoot by the time we get to the regular season, I think he's going to be fine. And on top of that, like we know he's going to work at it. He's got a good work ethic. We know he's a smart guy and already fits in with a summer league team. Like he's not even trying to do too much on a summer league team. That's another level of maturity that we don't really expect to see from summer league guys. So all he has to do, he doesn't have to like tone anything down to fit in a team where he's going to be the third or fourth option. He just has to keep doing what he's doing right now. And then on top of that, we're pretty confident in the coaching staff. At least I am in Mike Brown. So anything that's a little rough around the edges, like all that's going to get sorted out by this coaching staff. So I'm feeling great. And yeah, I think, since he's going to have so much playing time, I think he's going to have tons of opportunity to improve. I'm concerned about where he's going to hit the rookie wall. But other than that, I think, he'll have the playing time to be able to put up the kind of numbers that he'll need to be in the rookie of the year conversation. So I'm feeling good.
Yeah. JVZ, great perspective. Thanks for checking in, man. Good to hear from you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
JVZ.
Yeah. No, I like it. And like, I know he jokes in the beginning about the statue and all, but it's like been a really good perspective, just really understanding what he can bring and contribute.
I don't think he's joking.
Oh, well, I sure as hell hope so. My God.
I don't think he was joking.
Okay.
And I don't blame him. All right, let's go check in with Skip this time and see if Skip is, his situation's a little better now. Let's see. Skip.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2.
So you don't sound as drunk. It just sounds a little distorted, though. Keep going.
Turn myself down a little bit.
Now I could barely hear you. Man, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I
Skip.
want to hear you too.
I love
damn
Skip's
it.
takes,
I
man.
know.
I can switch to my phone. And
Yeah, switch your phone.
Switch to your phone,
Okay, now
Skip.
you sound drunk again. I heard the check back in. I can skip
I can
to
zip to my phone. Can't wait to hear it, Skip.
Oh, he cracks me up.
I
man.
know.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my God.
In the chat, Eli says, I'm at the end of my blunt right now and thought of him briefly, wondered what happened to him, talking about Quincy Doobie. He definitely, Eli had one of those high thoughts. Hey, man, you remember Quincy Doobie, dude?
I like it, Eli.
I do
like it.
too. I do too. What, Morgan?
Oh, nothing. I was just going to see if we wanted
Yeah. Are you want to do this now? I have a game plan, Morgan. Morgan, what is it today? What is it? Praneel, I ask him a question about Keegan. He goes on about Chet. Morgan grabs the mouse. This is mine. I control this.
That's rude.
When do you ever use this during a podcast? No,
I don't.
Tell me
but
when
like,
you
what if
let
I
me
wanted
run-
to use the mouse? What if I wanted to use
It's
the
a
mouse?
little weird. I usually have my hand on it.
You know what? It's called team ball, Deuce. Team
No.
ball. Like, pass it around. Be a little bit more like Frankie Ferrari, would you? Vroom, vroom.
All right. We got more of the podcast coming up in just a second. We should mention that tonight is presented by our friends over at Revitalite. Morgan, Reagan, you needed some Revitalite in Vegas, didn't you?
Thank God for Revitalite. It saves lives. It really, really does. It's basically an adult Pedialyte, right? We've talked about it so many times, but truly after a Vegas trip, even a Vegas trip where I'm just tired, it's not even about like, oh, I overdrank and I'm hungover. It's like, I'm tired. I need to re-energize. Revitalite saves you. So make sure if you need to be saved, drink some Revitalite.
What's really cool, you can find it at Rayleigh's or Bel Air. All you do is go down to the alcohol aisle. If you're picking up some beer, I don't know, whatever you're picking up, just grab a bottle of Revitalite on your way out. Go to Rayleigh's or Bel Air. You can also check out their website, drinkrevitalite.com. I love the purple flavor.
Grape.
It's purple. Why can't you just call it purple?
It's
Why are you so married
Because
to
what
grape?
if people get confused and they're like, "Hi, do you have the purple flavor?" And they're like, "No, sorry, we only have grape." And they're like, "Deuce literally said it's only purple."
You think that's going to cause mass confusion?
Everything just blows up in the grocery store.
So just be clear. Like, no, I'm sorry. Sorry, sir. We don't have purple. We only have grape. And that person's going to go, okay, you guys must be out of the purple. I'm on my way now. That makes no sense. So you go to Rayleigh's or Bel Air, check out drinkrevitalite.com. TRRagan.com. Also presented tonight by a New York Times best-selling author. She's the one and only T.R. Reagan.
This lady's so badass. Yeah, it's my mom. She's just a badass author. She's sold millions and millions of these books. And millions. And seriously, it's so cool seeing what a lot of her readers say about her books. So if you guys are looking for a good summer read, something to bring on vacation, or even a gift, make sure to go to trreagan.com or Amazon.com. What?
And
What are you laughing about?
It's definitely a good read.
But it's scary as hell.
They're thrillers. They're based in Sacramento, and buckle up. Get ready to go because she will take you on a dark and twisted,
very dark
mind.
Yeah.
Your mom must have went through some shit in life because
Probably.
her mind is unlike anything. So if you're looking for a good read this summer, check out our website. Go to TeresaReagan.com or search TR Reagan on Amazon. It's that simple. Appreciate everyone's support of the Deuce and Mo podcast. All right, let's go back. Whoa, we got so many people wanting to talk tonight. I love it. This I got my energy up. We should put out a reminder. We're dropping another podcast tomorrow that will feature Scoot Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't know Scoot Henderson? You should know. Plays for the NBA G League Ignite, projected to be one of the top picks in next year's draft.
Excited for you guys to listen to this. I'm excited to hear it again.
Yeah, we talked to him for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas at Thomas and Mack. So really fun conversation. All right, let's should we go
try it again?
Let's try Skip for the third time. Skippy. Skip. Welcome in. Skip. Skip. This is the third time.
Skip, man.
Skip, are you there?
He's probably
Oh man, this is great. All right.
I get all dressed up for you guys. I walk in, I'm looking nice, and you guys are like, "You're not dressed well enough. Your technology is ugly, and you look like you've had too much to drink. Go back outside, Skip."
Hey,
you sound sober and beautiful now.
Yeah, sounds great, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you both very much. How are you doing? It's good I'm glad that y'all both made it back from Vegas. Nice and healthy and safe and sound.
Yeah, we feel great, man. Good 13-hour sleep after Vegas helped things for me. But yeah, what's on your mind tonight, man?
Oh my gosh, I have the saddest Vegas story in the world, but I'll tell it on like a night chat where we like actually all can drink.
Okay.
Because I won't tell it today because we have happy news. Keegan's looking solid, and I think everybody is feeling good about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot to feel good about with him too, and just like honestly, the off season has been
pretty solid,
really solid for Sacramento. And if I know Monty said they're not done, and I do think part of that is kind of GM speak. Like, okay,
sure,
they're always going to remain aggressive. I think every GM kind of puts that out there,
and you should be.
But I would not be surprised if this was the group they start the season with, and if they do, I think I'm fine with that, to be honest.
Absolutely. I'm good with an upgrade from the roster that we had before. I agree. I believe it is a little bit of GM speak. I wouldn't expect him to say anything else. I think we'd all be like, imagine what we would be saying if he said like, nope, we're done. I'm not accepting any more trades.
Right.
I'm not evaluating any more talent. Like, nope, we got Keegan. We're good. Like, we wouldn't accept that, and Kings fans would be feeling quite different. So I think it is good that Kings fans are kind of overreacting on, oh, there's going to be a whole nother big move versus overreacting on like, what's going on? This is it. This is all roster. So I think that's a positive thing overall.
So what's jumped out to you about Keegan when you've seen him play so far?
I think we've heard a lot about, the shooting. We like that we're seeing him get in his bag a little bit more, with some, I would call it more successful dribbling. I still don't want him putting the ball on the floor too much right now. And I know that's not how the team's really going to use him once he gets with, our actual Kings roster. But it's good for us to be excited about, and to see that he has more upside, with where he can improve his handles. I want to talk about a few things that I don't hear people talk about more, but I know everybody's seeing it. I want to talk about his defensive spacing, where he puts himself on the floor when we got our half-court defense set up. I love his positioning and I love his spacing. And I'm glad to see it be what it is now, because although we liked, some of the help side blocking that he was doing and some of his college highlight videos, I am one of those people that even though I see that, good defense for me is making a dribbler stop his dribble and making someone take an uncomfortable shot.
Yes.
Like, I'm cool with steals and I'm cool with blocks, but you're only going to get those so often. But you can make someone take a tough shot more often, and you can make a dribbler, especially a ball handler, pick up his dribble more often. So I wasn't as impressed. Like, I was, every time someone does a help side block, I'm always like, but where's the guy that was going to cover the corner three that we know people knock down at a high clip? So to see him have better defensive spacing, where he takes like a step to a half step closer, when people penetrate in the paint, but doesn't take himself too far away from the corner guy and stuff like that. All of that I've been really impressed with, even on transition defense, where he places himself between the two people. Like, obviously when you're in the middle, you're at a disadvantage and you're trying to play both sides. But I just see him instinctively, be closer to the side that's going to try to make a play towards the bucket, and him be successful in like contesting and at least just being a little disruptive in where he places himself in the space of the floor on defense.
Yes.
So that has been something that I like.
His positioning, but it's also, and then he executes it with his timing of it all, right? Like being active with his hands. Like, how many times did we look at college players and we look at them defensively and we're like, man, why don't they just have their hands up, right? Just such a simple thing, have your hands up. And I feel like he does a good job of each of those little things: positioning, hands up, his
good rebounder.
instincts, head on a swivel. You're so right about that. I love seeing what we're seeing.
And you saw that multiple times tonight where he forced the guy he was guarding to give up the ball, pick up their dribble, and force some tough shots too. And look, with some of these guys in the league you're going up against, they're going to score on you, but can you make life just a little more challenging? That's what you have to ask. And you're seeing a lot of potential on that end. He's got good size. He's pretty strong. Man.
I want to talk about that. That was the other thing, dude. Like, both of you guys are keying in on the stuff that I wanted to bring up. He is sneaky. He has sneaky strength.
Yeah.
And what really, I saw it a little bit in college, but when he was going up against Paulo, someone who, like you said, when you saw him in person, Paulo is more physically imposing than people realize. And I realized that more when I saw him matched up against Keegan. I was like, okay, I thought they were a little closer in size than they actually were, but no, Paulo's got like some beef on him for sure. But Keegan was like able to, again, with like spacing and positioning, know where Paulo wanted to go and use his strength to not always let him get comfortably to his spots. Paulo is a talent. So Paulo was still on occasion able to rise up and get the shot off that he wanted to and even net some of them. And we give him, you're the number one pick. We saw that. We expect a little bit of that on you. And you're on offense. Like, you have the advantage. That's what it should be. But for Keegan to like show some strength, give him those good bumps. Paulo not be able to get that extra, 8 inches closer to the cup where he wants to be when he's against Keegan. You saw him calling for a lot of screens to get Keegan off of him in switches when they were playing against each other. And that to me was another like green light on like, ooh, he don't even want the smoke. Keegan is D'ing him up. He's already living rent-free in Paulo's head a little bit. That's what you want to see from Keegan and those type of situations.
And like you said, that game too, Banchero did make some tough shots, of course, and he got his because he's such a talented player. But man, Keegan did make him work. And there were, again, multiple times where Banchero gave up the ball. We gave up the ball. And so, I'm beyond encouraged by what I've seen. And I understand people will push back with the summer league take, like, hey, it's just summer league. But, I'm just looking at the fact that he looks very competent out there. It doesn't look, he looks like he belongs in the NBA, and that should excite a lot of Kings fans, especially with what they're trying to accomplish. Like, they're trying to end this damn drought, 16 years. And when you see how he's playing and you see the other moves they make, obviously big picture wise, it's going to hinge a lot on what they get out of De'Aaron Fox consistently. We know this. But like, I think Keegan can play a big role on this team right away.
Exactly, and taking some of the pressure off of Fox. Like, back to something that Mo was talking about, his IQ, head on a swivel. On the offensive side of the ball, we saw Keegan, have some turnovers, make some mistakes. But I loved how usually after he made a mistake, I can count at least 3 occasions where when he got the ball back on offense, he drew a foul. which leads into his efficiency. If you're someone who's not going to have the ball in your hands very often, and
Yeah.
when you do have the ball in your hands, it's probably going to be when you're in the corner or in transition. If you can draw fouls, that plays, especially when we need to score and stop the clock, that plays into your efficiency now. And it also softens up the defense. So him making high IQ plays like that, things like that are going to take the pressure off of De'Aaron. It is going to be like, oh, okay, I thought we only had to worry about De'Aaron and Sabonis
Yeah.
and maybe Herter, but no, we got to worry about this guy too. And then the more that the defender can't play off of you, has to focus on the other people. Now your primary attacker, like Fox, who can like just whoop people up in ISO when he needs to, now he's more free to do what he needs to do. And people know if they try to, cheat in the lanes a little bit to stop him from penetrating, they're going to leave a guy like Herter or like Keegan wide open. Or if they are in transition and we need a bucket to stop, the clock, or we need a foul and whatever, Keegan is high IQ enough to do all of those things. So his IQ with his sneaky strength, with his shooting, all of those things together are really, really going to help the Kings win, because we're a bad team. We have to explore every single avenue within the NBA rule booking game in order to take advantage and win games. And he is someone that is exploring all of those options with his high IQ play.
I'm laughing a little bit right now because we've been on for like over an hour, and I just realized this has turned into the Keegan cast. And only in Sacramento would people be spending this much time talking about a Kings rookie's performance in a summer league loss.
Let's go
late on a Wednesday night. God, I love it. And the other thing, while we were talking on my Twitter feed, there were some highlights of Keegan on the background, and one play that we didn't mention tonight that was really fun. End of the second half, Keegan on a pass that was going to Chet, reads the passing lane beautifully, intercepts it.
Yep.
He took it down fast.
And he got the and one.
For the jam, count the basket.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nasty play.
Yeah.
And he's not athletic, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I liked it how he jumped the passing lane there, took it strong, boom, guy right there, jammed it home. It was a beautiful play by Keegan Murray.
It was so beautiful. And it's funny that I know people get into hyperbole, when looking at athletes, especially like when you compare them to the more athletic or some of the most athletic players, in their draft, let's say. Keegan is actually athletic. He's not the most athletic, but I think his athletics for a 4 are superb. And hey, if people want to sleep on his athletics gonna wake their ass up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Skip, thanks for checking in, my man.
Yeah, thanks, Skip.
Always a pleasure. Mo, Deuce, have a great night. I appreciate the time. Take care.
Man.
So glad we got that audio.
We're gonna take one more, and we have some other things to hit.
What? I was gonna say tighten a bow and then hit on that, but do you?
Okay. I mean, you're going to force me to make so many edits to the audio tonight. I tell you what, in about this podcast? Talk to me, Morgan. Because we're going to already get rid of this.
Right
no,
now,
I would
you
love
guys?
to know your thought process.
No, I can't.
Tie it in the bow, Deuce. Tie it in the bow. Okay, Coach, what do you want me to do? Coach, what play do you want me to run?
She's too scared.
What play do you want me to run?
No, she passed out. She pulled a Jerry Reynolds. She passed out.
Am I crazy here?
She passed out.
She just dropped up.
No. She passed out. Oh, you're so scary when you're like this.
Okay, let me put a bow on the audio portion. We're going to hang out for a little bit because I want to give away not one moment, not two moments, but 3 NBA Top Shot moments. We are doing that tonight. We're going to open a pack on the stream. I'm going to give out 3 moments. You got it?
Sounds good.
Sound good to you? All right, so let's do it.
I'm ready.
Are you okay?
Yeah. He didn't look good, so I was just looking at him.
He looks great.
He's fine.
He looks great.
Stop being distracted.
Stop being distracted. You went off mic. I'm trying to wrap up the audio portion.
Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome call from Skip. I didn't realize we would end up doing the Keegan cast for an hour. We appreciate everyone hanging out with the audio portion. Make sure to check out our conversation that will drop on Thursday with projected, top 5 pick. He's projected to be number 2 overall at this point.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson, our conversation with him drops then. We love you, audio people. Now we're going to hang out with the YouTube and Twitch crowd. We got to go.
You'll have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya!
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast.
You got somewhere to be?
No, no, not at all. That's why
I mean, you were like, wrap it up.
No, I was just saying I loved everything that we had to say about Keegan Murray in that podcast, and then with Skip.
So just so you
and
guys,
I wanted it to end strong audio wise.
Hey, just for the record, I just want the people behind the scenes to see this for a second,
What?
okay? Because I actually had some other plans tonight, and here's kind of the rundown. I want to talk about Donovan Mitchell. I had Adam Silver's State of the League topics I wanted to get to tonight. I had all this stuff I wanted to get to, but Morgan put a bow on it.
Why didn't you just communicate that? Why wouldn't you just
I thought you had to go.
You guys are seeing all the behind the scenes. Why the hell wouldn't you just communicate that? I don't have to go anywhere. I just wanted to make sure the dogs weren't eating any of my stuff that I left on the ground. So that was the one thing I was going to check at some point. But that was my only thing I was going to check on.
All right, let's check in with Mr. Yum. You going to go check real fast?
I'm going to check real fast.
Mr. Yum, are you there? Welcome.
Yes.
How are you?
Very good.
What's on your mind, Mr. Yum?
About how Keegan's the best in the draft so far.
The best in the draft so far. I mean, Banchero looked pretty good too, right?
Yeah, but the best in the summer league is Keegan.
Wow. Okay, you're saying best player in summer league. Have you seen everything, all the games?
Most of it. I think the first two games, and I saw the fourth quarter of this game today.
All right, Yum. All right, any other thoughts?
How Keegan Murray is probably going to have a Scotty Barnes type of season this year.
You'll take
Damn,
that. You will
Mr. Yum.
You will take that. All right, Mr. Yum. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Love that positive attitude.
Before we move on, let's open up the Top Shot pack. Let's get some better vibes in here because me and Morgan are feuding right now. This is what happens. You spend this much time together in Vegas. We've been around each other for way too long.
We are not feuding.
And
We
it's
just
fine.
had a live miscommunication is how I would like to put it.
I mean, you've been directing me a lot tonight. Morgan, it's okay. I'm not, why are you getting this offended? Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh no, he is here, guys. I did not even go to him. Nick, stop.
Nick, you can't just do that, man.
What's up, dudes?
Where are you at?
Yeah, what are you doing?
On the paratransit bus coming from Bingo Access Leader. Said he was talking about a Hart Senior Center, so I'm on the paratransit bus, but I would like to say, we lost tonight.
Nick.
This is why Night Chat is unlike anything out there because you don't know what's
We lost
going
tonight,
Okay.
but we lost tonight, but we got to win the next game. Why not?
Okay, Nick, time out. Couple of things. Is there anyone else on the bus with you right now?
Just me.
Oh, it's just you. Show us around. What do we got? Okay.
Just Nick.
All right. So you're upset about the loss tonight. Can I get your thoughts on Keegan Murray?
Keegan Murray, I think he did great tonight.
You think he did great tonight? Are you excited about Keegan Murray, Nick?
Yes, I am. Why not?
What? Why not, Nick? Why not Keegan Murray?
Why not give me a pizza?
Okay. I thought you were going to say, why not give you a hell yeah?
Why not give me a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
All right, Nick.
How is Vegas, you guys?
I'm so glad that you have the phone so close to your ear right now so you can hear us, and all we see are your glasses. This is a great visual.
How was Vegas?
Vegas was good, Nick. It was awesome. We saw a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
It was super fun. We wish you were there.
Yeah, why not?
Why not,
next
Nick?
year? Why not next year?
Was any Kings fans there?
Yeah, there were lots of Kings fans.
I heard Gary Gerald. Is he going to be coming back next season?
I hope so.
Coming back, he sure is.
Unless you know
But
something
we're
I
looking
don't.
at getting some more players too.
Okay. Yeah,
All
we'll see, Nick. All right, Nick. Well, hey, have a safe trip home.
Let's win the next game. Let's beat Phoenix. Why not?
Why not? Why not? All right. Sweet dreams, Nick. Sweet dreams, Nick.
Sleep dreams.
All right, there you go. There's Nick on. Okay. Wow. What's the chat saying? Can we get some why nots in the chat?
Yeah, hell yeah, we did. We got why not? We got
Shout out to West Kings fan who is a member again. All right, we've been waiting too long for this. We've got
so funny.
We've got a Top Shot pack to open up from our friends at NBA Top Shot. For those who don't know, there's a link in our bio if you want to sign up. It's if you're in the cards, even if you're not, they're like digital cards, and it's really fun to collect moments. I have some really cool moments of my own, and we're going to open up one pack now. This is from the KD certified pack, and there's going to be 3 moments in it, or actually I think there's more than that.
I'm so afraid to ask you anything, but what does that mean? A KD certified pack?
It's a KD certified pack. It's
Okay.
a pack that they have.
Okay, I'll take
Let's
it.
open the pack. We are going to open it now. Oh. Okay.
Oh,
So
I
some really
love
cool music
the
in the
drama.
background. We have. Oh, I thought we had 3 moments. No. We have 5 moments to open up tonight.
Wow.
And this is what you get when you open up a pack.
What do you get?
You get these 5 moments.
Oh, you get.
And you get to click to reveal. You get the music in the background.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Morgan, tell me what the person is going to have to do to win this first one.
Okay, so to win the first moment,
Yeah.
you're going to have to write the word purple. And I'm going to pick one of the first people to do. One of the first people
You're just
to
going
do
to
it.
pick someone to
That's for the
purple,
first
and they
one.
will get this first moment. And if you do, you will have to DM when Morgan announces who gets it.
All right, we got it.
Yeah?
It's going to be Joel.
Okay, Joel. So, Joel, we're going to pick one of these moments for you. We have no idea what they're going to be. And then you're going to make sure to hit us up with your email so we could send you the moment. You have to have a Top Shot account. You just sign up for free, and we send you the moment. So you could DM us at Deuce Mason, at Momo Reagan on Twitter, or go to our website, deuceandmo.com. Click on Contact. All right, here's the first one. Which one do you want me to pick, Morgan?
Pick the top middle, please.
Okay, here we go. It's a common moment. It's a dunk. Oh, from JT Thor. He's had some nice moments in the Summer League. Oh, Thor, what is he good for? Just nasty dunks.
Wow.
This was from December 6, 2021. And honestly, that's a sick-ass highlight.
Okay, good. I was going to say that I feel like it is, but I mean.
I want to look at that, and that's a good moment right there. Common, 4,880 out of 12,000. Limited edition. Let's watch that one more time. Look out below.
Damn, dude.
Oh, JT. Stop it. Okay. So congratulations to our first winner. What was his name?
Okay. Joel.
Joel, make sure to hit us up with
JT
your
Thor.
email. You're going to get that JT Thor moment sent to you. And if you don't have a moment, this will be your first one.
And I
Congrats.
just put a link that you can use to sign up for NBA Top Shot.
It's also in our bio on YouTube. Why don't you pick up let's pick someone on Twitch.
Okay, I like it. All right.
And just you'll go with another purple one. How about
Someone did say grape, and I really appreciate that.
Ninsage 81? All
Yeah.
right, let's give him that. Ninsage 81 gets the next moment. Ninsage, make sure to hit us up, and you will get which one do you want us to reveal, Morgan?
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
See, there's so many different ways you can win.
You don't know how it's going to go. Oh, it's a common moment. It's handles. Oh, it's a Steph Curry moment against the Kings.
What?
Oh, on Davion. Stop it. Oh, no. I don't even want to look at that.
Oh.
Davion Mitchell told us that he's hard to guard. Oh, he shook him. He laid it up and
That's
in.
a sexy ass moment right there.
Game recognized game. This is from October 24th, 2021. And there's only 10,000 of these moments. And you get one of them. 5,056. That's a great moment.
Wow.
Let's watch that one more time. Ninsage 81. You get this. Holy shit, dude.
I'm writing it
That's
down.
a welcome to the NBA moment right there. Steph Curry doing some work on Davion. That won't happen next year. I can tell you that right now.
Really? You can confirm that?
That's not happening. He isn't. No.
Oh my God. That's some sexy ass.
Okay. Now we need a next person.
Okay.
Shout out to Ninsage 81 for winning that moment. That's a great one.
Let's see. I have to think of something, of course. What?
Pick someone in the chat who drops Keegs.
Okay. Whoever drops Keegs.
Yeah, and
Drop
Morgan's
us
going to pick one
Keegs.
of those. I did.
Okay, we got it. We're going to do accurately incorrect.
Oh, another Twitch guy. Okay, we'll go to YouTube after. and pick another one.
Yep.
Accurately incorrect. Which one do you
You
want to pick?
pick.
Okay. I'm going to pick with the bottom.
Okay.
A layup. It's common, and it's from Kevon Looney. I want to see what this layup is. Let's see what this layup is. Oh, Kevon Looney, right place, right time. Oh, it's bouncing around. He throws it up. It's in. Warriors won the game by 2. He's lucky Sabonis was in position because Sabonis would have ripped that away from him.
That's 100% correct. I'm so curious too, for anyone that is like just getting into NBA Top Shot. Like if you know me, like I'm very amateur.
Yes, you're learning.
Deuce is like gets it all. But that's why I'm also following Top Shot Kingdom, which is a Kings community NBA Top Shot.
Drop their Twitter link in both
Yeah,
chats.
I'll do that because
yes,
they're
so
dope.
they have a Top Shot community, and they do get-togethers. They do watch parties.
There we go.
They drove down to California Classic game. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Anyway, it's
really
just
cool.
a fun group to like hang out. It's like our community, right? All right, so we have 2 more to give away. Accurately incorrect one, the Kevon Looney one.
Okay.
So make sure to hit us up with your email once you sign up, and we can send that moment to you.
All right. The next person to drop Hit My Music
Oh, I like it. I like that.
Good one?
Good bit. You're
Thank you.
You're trying to make up. All right.
for my purple.
No, for like being mean to me a little bit tonight.
It was a miscommunication on live streaming.
Oh, good. Move on from it.
Oh, here we go. All right. Remember, I'm not just picking the first one. I'm picking whatever I see first, and I see Cameron.
Okay,
Cameron, you got it.
Morgan, Cameron gets the next moment. Do you want to go 1
We're going 1
or 3?
1.
Okay, let's reveal it. It's a common layup, and it's Seth Curry.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How is
Oh,
this? I was like,
oh
what
my
is-
God.
Okay. Nice back door.
That's a great play right there.
Pump.
Now,
Patience.
this is a common moment. There's 60,000 of this particular one, but it's serial number 12,344. Great off-ball movement. That's a Curry special, whether it's Steph or Seth in a Sixers jersey. Of course, now a member of the Brooklyn Nets. That's from November 11th, 2021. All right, we have one more to
All
give
right.
away. And just so you know, we'll do another giveaway of moments next week, too.
Hell yeah. All right. For this one.
I put you on the spot.
I know you keep doing this, but I've been doing a pretty good job. Can I do one more good job? We will see. Give me.
Oh, hell yeah.
No.
Okay.
You know what? You're just going to drop LaCroix. LaCroix.
No one knows how to spell LaCroix.
Exactly. Better spell it right.
Okay.
Better spell it right.
LaCroix, one of Deuce and Mo's favorite beverages. Cheers. Not a sponsor.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right.
First one you see.
So the first one I see, and I loved it because they didn't spell it right, which made it even funnier. It's going to be Ellie Moves. Ellie Moves spelled LaCroix, LACROY, but was also one of the first ones to do it, and it made me laugh.
All right, so this is it.
Let's
We're
see
going
it.
to open this one. Here we go. It's a dunk, and it's Mo Wagner. Look out below. Ah!
A lot of dunks in this pack.
Don't call me Franz. I'm Mo Wagner, and I'm dunking it on your head. Bagley dunked on me in the California Classic. I dunk on Obi Toppin here. Right on his head. That's from October 24, 2021.
Oh, hell
It's a
yeah.
common moment. 27,305 is that serial number out of 60,000. Congratulations to you and all the winners for NBA Top Shot giveaway. If you want to get your own packs, you can just go to NBA Top Shot. Actually, use the link in our bio. Boom. Get involved. It's fun.
Dude.
Get a pack today.
So I was talking to some people at Summer League about these moments and everything, and they're just like asking me like, but why, why would you want that? Like, and I'm like, it's a sports card,
Well,
but it's like a new age sports card.
For sure. And like, I collect cards too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I dig that too. But when people, my automatic pushback to people like that is like, yeah, but if you really break it down, what's a card anyway?
It's just a picture.
It's just a piece of.
And it's like
yeah,
this.
So,
It's like,
I mean, of course,
yeah.
like we can.
So you own it. And it's just, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's different. It's just something else to be in a community within the sports world. So
Yep. And JVC says, it's a sports card where you can't accidentally fray the corner. Yes, you don't have to get these graded.
Amazing.
All right?
Amazing.
They're all 10s.
Hey, I really am sorry. I didn't know that you had so much more to go over on our sheet too.
That's
Like
okay.
that made me feel bad. And I thought we were just going to like kick it for a little bit more and night chat and everything. And I just,
We didn't even get to meet in the bet that was made.
What was made?
A fan put $10,000 on the Kings to win it all, and it would pay $7.5 million.
So I did see this, and I got tagged in this like 700 times, and everyone's like, Morgan did this. It's Morgan. Morgan won't even bet $1. So why the hell did anyone think that Morgan would bet $10,000? And why the hell would anyone do that? Like, you're literally losing $10,000.
Yeah, you must just have $10,000 you could literally throw away.
Okay.
We've got a couple people, and this is like
Let's do
post
it.
night chat stuff. Let's get to a couple calls. King's next
I'm
level
down.
has been waiting. Oh, of course, now you're down.
No, I was down the whole time.
Hey, what's up, King's next level? Unmute yourself. King's next level. Are you there? Boom, 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 boom. What up? Are you there? Okay.
Damn.
He's waiting a long time. I'm just going to try again. I'm going to remove you from speakers, but you can try to request again, see if that works. All right, let's go to our guy Ben in Australia, one of the OGs. What is up, Ben in Australia? Benny.
Hey, Deuce and Mo, how you going?
We're good, man. What's up?
Not much. I just wanted to jump on and just have a bit of a chat about probably the biggest potential off-season move that's right under our nose and not a lot of people are talking about. You know what that might be?
No, what do you have in mind?
Well, I've seen at the Summer League, we've got the 2021 Olympic gold medalist sitting on the bench with the rest of the squad. Know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure. You're talking about Matthew Dellavedova?
Bingo. Now, yeah, it might be a rose gold, but as far as the rest of the countries go, playing in the Olympics and the basketball, any medal outside of gold is a gold because the Americans.
Nice spin. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got the rose gold medalist over there, but I've been kind of pushing this agenda on Twitter a little bit lately, but it just feels like one thing the Kings have been missing is a token Australian on the roster. So, you know, every good team's got one. You got Joe Ingles, Seibel, Paddy Mills. You know, I just feel like
you said every good team's got one. Just to be clear.
Wow.
Look, Ben. I mean, I have zero issue with like if. The biggest thing with him has been health over the years, of course, and he's been the NBL. If the Kings are looking to add like a third guard, which it seems like that's what they're trying to do, like a third point guard, you could do a lot worse than a guy who understands the game, who plays hard, that in a pinch could play. I'm cool with that. Another guy that I would mention is Isaiah Thomas. I mean, if you're looking for a third point guard, we're probably talking about a guy break in case of emergency. And I know Isaiah Thomas has his shortcomings defensively. Well, Dellavedova has his shortcomings offensively. So you're not getting perfection from your third point guard, right? Quinn Cook's another guy who has the ability to score the ball. We saw him in Stockton. He works out. But, I mean, I would not be mad at someone like Isaiah Thomas. And if they went with Dellavedova, that's fine too.
Yeah, they just don't have any gold medals, they do. And he's not Australian. So
yeah, okay. Yeah. I see your qualifications are they must be Australian. Okay.
Yeah. We just need to try something, for the culture. The Australians are known for good culture guys on the teams because we don't like all the flashy stuff. We just come in and we get to work. So, anyway, but my number one Australian, Matisse Seibel, he would fit on this roster perfectly. What are your thoughts on Matisse Seibel? Do you think?
I think if there's one area on the team that you could look to improve? Is that a guy that could defend like him? Of course, offensively, we know that he has shortcomings too, but you're not. I think Monty's done a good job adding enough shooting to this team. If you would ask me a month ago about, hey, just adding Thibault, I'm like, okay, but what about the shooting? I think they've addressed that, with Herter, with Monk, Keegan. Barnes shot it well from 3 last year. So adding someone like Thibault, who is an all-defensive guy, yeah, I would like a guy like that. I mean, again, he played, 26 minutes a night on the Sixers. I think he could play in Sacramento.
Yeah, and I think our style of play would really suit him. I feel like he had that bit of a down season last year combined with his vaccination stuff in the playoffs. But also, once Harden sort of takes it to the air out of the ball a lot. When he played for the Australian national side, they do a lot of ball movement, and he was our best player by far at the Olympics. And even when he was playing with Ben Simmons, they would they would get out and transition a lot more, and I think that sort of helped his game. The sitting in the corner with Harden and B, it just doesn't suit him because the shots are not there. But,
Ben, I do have to interrupt you for this.
Yeah.
We do have an update from Shams Charania. This is according to The Athletic. At this hour, Deuce and Mo are live, and the Knicks and the Utah Jazz are engaged in Donovan Mitchell trade talks. According to Shams and Tony Jones, posted 1 minute ago, the Jazz and the Knicks have begun discussions on a potential trade, sending Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks. The Jazz are having conversations with multiple teams on a Mitchell deal, but the Knicks have emerged as the focus destination over the past several days. Both sides have discussed a deal framework in the last 24 hours, according to those sources. And the Knicks, according to this piece, possess 8 future first-round picks, 4 of their own, and 4 acquired via trades from other teams to use in a package. New York also has stockpiled some young players, such as Quentin Grimes, who's been very good in the Summer League, who's believed to be of interest to Utah. So there is the latest update there. Miami has also expressed interest in Donovan Mitchell, but has only 2 first-rounders able to be traded and a potential centerpiece in Tyler Hero, who is extension eligible. Because of this, the Heat would likely have to engage a third team in a trade in order to supply the Jazz with draft compensation needed for them to feel motivated enough to trade Mitchell. I'm scrolling to see if there's anything else in here.
So the Jazz trying to break everything down and start from the bottom.
The Jazz are trying to help the Kings get into the playoffs at this hour.
That's nice of them, isn't it?
Yeah. How about Night Chat? This is what Night Chat's fun.
go.
We got some news breaking at this hour. Where is Donovan Mitchell headed? Let's talk about it. What are they going to have to get? I mean, is that really that sexy for the Utah Jazz if they just take back Quentin Grimes and some picks? I mean, obviously there's going to have to be salary to be matched because Donovan Mitchell is getting paid a lot of money.
Look how many picks, though. Look how many picks.
Yeah.
It kind of makes New York's off season make a little bit more sense. All that those picks that they were trying to pick up because more first round picks, the better it's going to be for the Jazz. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, hey Ben, thanks for checking in.
Yeah, no worries, and keep pushing that Australian agenda, please.
Push the agenda.
Thanks, Ben.
Matthew Delvedova.
All right, let's talk about it. So yeah, a shit ton of picks again. Let's say.
Here's my thing with this is like, okay, I don't know what the Knicks would actually have to give up. I mean, I understand the interest in a young player like Quentin Grimes, but again, you're gonna have to match salaries too, right? Like, so I don't know what that would look like, what other players would be involved in something like this.
Sure.
But like, okay. Or is that Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell and RJ Barrett? Okay.
Yeah, what does that do for
does that excite anybody?
It's the same thing. I guess I don't know. It's not the same thing because I was just about to say it's the same thing with like Gobert and Cat. It's not because I feel like there's more powerful, assets there. It's just a weird combination of those powerful assets, right? Where in New York, you just paid Jalen Brunson a whole bunch of money, paired up next to Donovan Mitchell. Where are you going with that in the East, right?
Yeah, I mean, you'll be competitive, and maybe that's what the Knicks are like. Let's just be competitive, but and I think the Knicks are trying to bank on like, hey, the salary cap's going to explode at some point. We just need talent. You get an all-star level player in Donovan Mitchell. I haven't loved how Donovan's played over the last year or so. I don't think he's played his best basketball, and I know he puts up incredible numbers. I'm not denying that. I know he's talented. This is not a shot at him, but I think he can play a lot better than he has been.
Sure.
And I also would note that, like, I think Gobert covered up a lot of shit for Utah over the
And
years.
let's say that Julius Randle doesn't play as bad as he played last year, but doesn't play as well as he played the year before, right? Like, he finds that middle. Like,
would he be involved in the trade too to make salaries work? You know,
well, if that's the case, I just think that's so ridiculous.
Also,
for
like
the Knicks.
Donovan Mitchell, has not defended well the last couple. I don't know. Maybe with Tom Thibodeau that changes, but man,
yeah.
I don't love it for New York, and from Utah's perspective, I guess accumulating a ton of picks that puts you in a position. I mean, it's a path, right?
It's
you
an
are
OKC
choosing a path. It's like, hey, we're going to have 800 picks. We got all those picks from Minnesota in the Gobert trade. We're getting some picks back from the Knicks, and we can use that to retool our team and go from there. Be bad, and this is a stacked draft coming up in 2023. In fact, we're talking to one of the guys who will be in the draft near the top, Scoot Henderson. Our conversation comes out with him tomorrow.
Yeah, and how many times have we talked about with the Sacramento Kings? They just stayed right here, right on that surface. Like, never picked a path. Like, we're gonna go this way or that way. It was, we're gonna make a few vet moves to try and make that push for the playoffs. It was never a true identity of what path needed to be taken. So, at least the Jazz are telling the story of what they want to do. And that means next year's going to be shit for the Jazz. I love it. See you down there.
Well, I mean, it's good because it is one other team you won't have to probably worry about at this point, right? Like they're going to, I don't know. I just think from a Knicks perspective, it's a flashy move, but like if they end up landing him, of course, they're just talking at this point, but like what does that actually look like? Like what is the ceiling of that team?
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
Small backcourt too. It's not like Brunson and Mitchell are like super tall guys.
So Brunson, Mitchell, Barrett, Randall, assuming that those guys would still be there. Yeah, I just am I missing? I'm like trying to think in my brain. Am I missing something that they see that I don't?
And also, how about like the two teams? Clint's mentioned this right now in the chat. The Spurs in Utah are just like waving the white flag for next year. They're going, we're going to be bad. This draft should be stacked.
Yeah.
Spurs are kind of been in this mode where they haven't made the playoffs in 3 years or whatever it is now. Utah, they had the weird dynamic. Snyder's left. Like they're just.
Kings are going to just kill him on the floor. Can't wait to see that. They better.
And Adam's right. I mean, maybe RJ Barrett is a guy who gets moved in that deal too.
Sure.
But then, okay, so I don't know. They've been so desperate. New York, how many years have we heard about them? Hey, this is going to be the year. I mean, you go back to 2010 when LeBron was a free agent. Like, hey, maybe you can come to the Mecca. Maybe that's going to happen.
It's very strange to me. But then again, I'm still very intrigued to see how Minnesota is going to be working with their roster.
Yeah.
And I think it should be an exciting year for the NBA in that sense. And hey, keep Kevin Durant on the east side, okay?
Yes, he can stay in Brooklyn. He has sound to the west. So obviously we're monitoring that. And if anything big happens, we will be live. We'll hop on and do something. If there's a major trade, like tomorrow, we can hop on and talk about it. But we appreciate everyone hanging out with us. I think we've been on for a couple hours after Summer League. We just did a Summer League watch party too. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. That goes a long way. We're going to drop our conversation with Scoot Henderson, projected top pick in next year's draft. Could go 1, could go 2, who knows? But we had a conversation with him about 25 minutes at Summer League. That conversation will come out at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Thursday. We love you guys so much, but we got to go.
Thanks for hanging out tonight. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and